everyone, and welcome to the Art of Online Marketing live show. I just had some super technical difficulties, so here we are again, starting over. I don't know if you even saw the first post. I got a new webcam, so it caused me a little bit of tech issues, but here we are. And so today what I want to talk about is the right way and the wrong way to boost a live video post. So for those of you who are new or who might not know me, my name is Denise Allison. I am the creator of the Art of Online Marketing live show, and I help businesses and professionals grow with social media and live video. So what I've been hearing from a few people lately is that they have heard somewhere that boosting a post isn't worth it and it's a waste of money and that you should never boost your post. And that, my friends, is not necessarily true. Boosting a post absolutely has a time and a place, and I'm going to share those with you today, and I'm going to share with you the little differences between boosting a post, creating an ad, and how those kind of work together in a live video strategy. And I'll share a little bit about the strategy and the process that I use when it comes to boosted posts and creating ads. So before we get started, if anyone is new here, let me know who you are. I want to welcome you to my world and welcome you to all this magic. Oh, they're going backwards. Oh, magic. That was weird. Don't do that again. I want to welcome you to my world. And if you ever boosted a post or video before, let me know. And if there are any questions about boosting posts or videos, ask me in the comments and I'll be sure to answer them when I can. And I also want to invite you to an encore presentation of my famous eLunch and Learn. That's right, it's famous. To my eLunch and Learn called Get More Leads with Live Video, even if you don't have a huge following. So that will take place on April 12th at noon for those of you in the Maritime provinces, and I will add a link after I'm live, either up here or down there, that you can go over and sign up for that. So I'll be sharing with you how to build your audience, how to increase engagement, and how to attract more customers with live videos. So the link will be somewhere here for you to sign up for that. Okay, so today's subject, the right way to boost a live video post, and the wrong way, right? We need to know what's wrong so we can do it right, right? Okay, so every time you create a post, or my hair is doing something weird. Every time you create a post on Facebook or on Instagram, they're owned both by Facebook, so they have similar processes here. So every time you post something on Facebook or Instagram, you are going to be prompted and sometimes even encouraged to boost your post. Now, is that something that you should do? What is boosting a post? And how is that different from creating an ad? So when you boost a post, you're buying an ad, for lack of a better term. You are sponsoring that post and you are putting it in front of more people. So as the Facebook algorithm changes, your page reach might decline because they're putting a bigger emphasis on friends and family and a lower emphasis on putting new content and putting pages in front of social media users. So you could see that decline, and boosting a post seems like even more of an attractive option, so that you can pay a little bit of money and get your post in front of more people. But should you do it, or is it just a waste of money? And when is an ad more appropriate? So basically, the best posts to boost are posts that are already performing well. So what happens is there's a lot of social media users who boost posts that are performing poorly. They'll be like, oh darn, this post isn't reaching the amount of people that I wanted to, so I'm gonna boost it to put it in front of more people. And so they boost it. And that is actually the opposite of what you should be doing with your boosted post. So all boosting post really does is it shows that post to more people. It puts it in front of more faces and in more news feeds. And if the original post isn't performing well, it means that people weren't engaging with it. It means that they weren't attracted by what it said. And it basically means that, they don't care about that post. And I don't say that to be mean. I say that because it's reality. People have their own issues. They have their own days going on. And to get them to pay attention to your post is a whole other thing that we're not going to get into today. But if people aren't already interacting with it, showing it to more people isn't going to help you, because you haven't gotten that original engagement that tells you that people want to see this post. And because it's the same post that you're putting out there. Like, boosting posts isn't magic. All it's doing is putting it in the news feeds of more people. So if the original post isn't performing well, don't boost it. Okay? Alternatively, if you have a post that's performing well already, getting engagement, getting interactions, shares, and reaching more people organically, this is a great post to boost. And so if it's a post or video, it doesn't really matter. But you might be thinking, well, why would I boost a post that's already performing well? People are already seeing it, yada yada, what's the point? The point is, if your current audience is already engaging with it and they are interested in what you have to say, and the post is performing well, you know that content is effective and it's interesting. So why not cast a wider net and get more people to see that post and get more people to engage with what you have and increase your visibility and do all of those great things that social media really helps you do. So a good rule of thumb here is Facebook and Instagram, let's say that they are one and the same, they will prompt you. So if you have a post that's performing well, you're gonna get a little message that says something like this, and it's gonna be, this post is performing 85% better than the rest of your posts. Why not something, something, something with a boosted post? So Facebook catches on to the posts that are performing well. They know everything about you, so they catch on to that and they encourage you to boost those posts. So they're not doing that for no reason. They do that because they know that that's effective. Facebook is very strategic. They're not doing it for no reason. They don't have boosted posts just for no reason. It's there for a specific purpose. So the goal of a boosted post is always engagement. So when you create an ad, you have a dozen different options, but when you boost the post, the only option is more engagement. So never boost a post to promote something specific. If you have something specific or specific action you want your audience to take, then you're better off creating an ad. Okay, so you might be thinking, now what? So I've got this engagement, people are commenting and liking, so like what's next? So first of all, getting engagement is always great because it helps you perform better in the algorithm. So the more people that are liking and commenting and sharing your posts, the more people in the long run are going to see your post. The second is you are creating new relationships with people. So if I see your post, whether it's sponsored or otherwise, if I see your post and I engage with it, that means I'm more likely to see your post in the future. So you're growing your audience that way. These are my notes. I don't do this without notes. So you're growing your audience that way. And the third thing is this, and it's super important. And that is, are you listening? That is, you can create ads that retarget people who have either 1, engaged with your post, or 2, watched a video. There's other options, but those are the 2 important ones at this point for the purpose of this video. So I want to share an example from my own business. So as you know, every week I do this live video, and consistently the live video is the post that performs the best every single week. There's a few exceptions. Sometimes it happens, but generally the live video performs the best, and that's because live video is awesome and helps you reach more people and get more engagement. If you want more about why live video is awesome, I have like 100 other videos that talk about that. So we won't go into too much detail right now, but what I will often do is I will boost that post. And the reason is it helps me expand my existing network. It helps me reach people beyond the people who are already following me, and it helps me reach people who are interested in what I have to say. So it helps me get exposed to new people, helps them like my page, comment on my page, and do those types of things. So those things on their own are pretty great. But here's where it gets interesting. So the next step for me is I will promote a webinar. So right now I'm in webinar season, and I have a webinar, as if you were watching from the beginning, I have a webinar coming up next week. So what happens is because the webinar is something specific, I set up an ad in the Facebook ad manager to promote that webinar. I don't boost the post for that because, like I said, it's a specific thing. There's something specific I want people to take. I don't want engagement. I want conversion in that case. Now, Facebook ads are one of the most complicated things like ever. Not really, but there is a lot that you need to consider when you're creating Facebook ads. But in the Facebook's ads manager, you can create custom audiences based on your audience's engagement and the actions that they have taken, including watching your video. So that means when I'm in webinar mode, so I'm promoting my webinars and I'm filling them up and I'm trying to get those bums in the seats, I have an ad that's going to people who have already taken some type of action on my page. So often what I'll do is I will create a custom audience that's going to people who have watched a certain amount of my live videos. So let me back up for a second. So boosted posts goes to a whole bunch of people who I wasn't already connected with, and then I create an ad that goes to these people who watch my video and are like, oh, that's interesting, I'm gonna watch a certain amount of seconds or time of that video, and then the ad targets those people who have already watched the video. Okay, we got it? Okay, so now these people, they're more likely to sign up because they are what is called a warm lead. They have already been introduced to me in some way. They've taken the time to watch the things that I have to say, and they know a little bit about me, what I'm all about, and what type of content that I share. So they've already been introduced to me, and the webinar ad is the next touch point. So instead of it being the first touch point, which is a cold lead, which gets really horrible conversions for webinars, it does get some, but generally targeting warm leads is a lot more effective. So that live video gives you that first touch point, and then in that live video, there is not really an ask. It's sharing information. Yes, there's always a call to action, but it's more about providing value, education, and informing them on a particular topic. So once they get the ad in front of them, they are more likely to opt in and say, yes, I want to go to that webinar because I've seen some of her stuff and it was amazing. So it creates that warm audience for you. It creates an audience for you that you can target, and it grows your audience based on what people want to see and what they engage with. So creating those boosted posts does have that power by growing your audience, creating an audience to target to, creating warm leads, and giving people a taste of what you have before you ask them for something. So it's painfully hard to target cold traffic. So that's why you want to provide them with value first. In my case, it's the live video. If you're doing live videos or videos of any kind, that's a great strategy to boost the post first to build the audience, and then you have an audience to target when you have a more specific ask. So next time you put something in front of them, they have been introduced to you already, and they're more likely to sign up for what you have to offer. Okay, are you starting to see how boosting a post can be a powerful tool, especially when it's combined with other things such as targeted Facebook ads. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. Okay, so first step is create a live video, which we're doing now. So you got that, create a live video. Next step is boost that post to people who, like, you can still choose interest in a boosted post. Boost that post to people who would be interested in what you have to offer. And then 3 is create a webinar ad that's targeting the people who have watched that video, aka warm leads. All right, now I've absolutely seen people waste money on boosted posts, and that happens when they're boosting a post that has a specific ask, when they're boosting a post that's performing horribly, and they're like, oh, I want more people to see this post. Why isn't it doing well? It's because your post is bad. I mean, when you have a post that doesn't have a clear message, then when there's nothing to engage with, so if the goal is engagement, if there's nothing to really engage with, then you're not going to get that engagement. And so those types of things. So what I want you to walk away with today is that boosting posts can be effective. It shouldn't take the place of an ad strategy. Ads are super effective, and you want to know how to use those properly. But boosting a post can work in unison with ads and with live videos. So it's all very powerful. It's all very strategic, and all of these pieces have their own place when it comes to sponsored posts. So when you want to do something specific, you will want to run an ad, but then at that point you'll have a specific audience to target to. Okay, I have a question. I don't know if it's a question or more of a comment. So Nicole Massey, hi Nicole, thank you for joining in. She says, I have boosted posts, but I don't really know what I'm doing, LOL. Yeah, so you'll want to boost posts, like I said, boost posts that are already performing well so that you can grow your audience. And then once you have a specific thing that you are wanting to put out there, then you will want to create an ad. Okay, so I don't really have any other questions. I have a few comments. So thank you, Michaela, for joining. Thanks, Debbie, that's my mom. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Brittany. She says, such valuable info. Excited to watch the full replay. Thank you. And hopefully nobody noticed the tech difficulties. But as you will see, well, you can't see, but you can see me. I have a brand new webcam. I'm super excited about how it looks. Instead of going over what I want to say, I just stared at myself in the webcam because I was super excited that it looks so good and so clear, and here I am in high definition. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so a reminder, I go live every Tuesday morning. I will be going live again next Tuesday at 10 a.m. and I'll be talking about how to get more people into your live shows. So if you want to learn more about using live video, then you are invited to my encore presentation of my eLunch and Learn Get More Leads with Live Video, even if you don't have a huge audience, and that is on April 12th at noon Atlantic, and you'll learn how to build your audience, increase engagement, and how to attract more customers with live video. So I'll be putting a link here or there for you to sign up, and I am so looking forward to seeing you. And I'll see everyone again next week. Thanks everyone for tuning in.